President Biden's first State of the Union now just over 2 hours away, and we turn to our exclusive report on tonight's address. I just went inside the White House for the preparations, talking to presidential aides at this tense time about writing an address when the nation and world will be watching, facing down a crisis abroad, and then tackling domestic priorities, including rallying support for the new Supreme Court pick. Here is our new report from inside this White House. When President Biden makes his first formal State of the Union, he's addressing a nation on edge over Russia's war in Ukraine. And the president's advisors are keenly aware of that reality.
Every State of the Union is about a moment in time, right? And at this moment in time, what the president has been focused on nearly every day for months is rallying a coalition around the world. And that is about the power of American leadership. It's definitely part of the speech.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki presents Biden's message to the world.
Okay.
And we caught up with her and other White House aides working towards the big night.
Last week was such a intense week here because of the crisis in Ukraine.
How much do you think the State of the Union's gone through extra rewrites because of the war?
It's going to be hectic.
He understands the challenges. He understands what the American people are going through.
That's Deputy Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. She echoes Psaki's point that in speeches like this, presidents have to balance a reaction to unpredictable challenges and outline their own policies.
Having been through a few State of the Unions before, that rarely does a president give a State of the Union when everything in the country is great and hunky-dory. And if you look back at history, when former President Obama gave his first State of the Union address, we were in the middle of the worst financial crisis in a generation.
1 year ago, I took office amid 2 wars, an economy rocked by a severe recession.
When George Bush gave his first State of the Union address, it was months after the worst attack on our homeland in history.
As we gather tonight, our nation is at war.
When Biden gave his first joint address to Congress last year, it came in the wake of an insurrection and a grinding pandemic. Masks were everywhere when we reported from the West Wing. Now, the White House is actually ending its mask mandate today. We're here in your West Wing office as the masks go away at the White House.
I still can't believe it. I'm like, I can't believe this is my office.
Here we are. And Congress will be fully packed.
It will hopefully help people see that we're moving to a better place. Hopefully we're going to get to a place where it's not going to dominate our lives, where we're not going to be thinking about it constantly in every moment. I think that the speech in itself is not meant to be backward looking. It's meant to be forward looking. When you say inflation, what does that mean? That means costs going up for people. What's going to make it better? And that's what I think people should expect to hear from him.
Biden will address the nation with the vice president by his side. And this year he will tout another barrier his administration aims to break with his new Supreme Court nominee, which Psaki reflected on.
I was sitting in my office watching the president and Judge Jackson give remarks, and I got a little choked up because it was a moment where I felt just really proud to be here and proud to be a part of this.
Biden tapped former Senator Doug Jones to lead the confirmation push.
We've got meetings with leadership tomorrow.
And we caught up at the White House amidst the speech prep.
Her story and her road to this nomination is just amazing.
This is a big moment. We're talking about a Supreme Court that's been around for 230 years and has never had a black woman on the court.
That big Supreme Court news came just days before this speech, ensuring even more rewrites in a process where aides say they've lost count of the number of drafts. Will you tell us how many drafts of the speech there have been so far?
It's just one big ongoing draft.
We've got laughter over here. You can see.
He will cross out acronyms. He's been really focused on explaining in really clear terms.
This is a president who has sat through many State of the Unions.
It grows to a very large size because there are so many things that every president wants to say.
This is something that he takes very personally.
Madam Speaker, the President of the United States.